What's up, Big 12 fans? Sooner Sun 2 is coming at you with yet another video here today. Well, in all honesty, Sooner fans, do we really see anything apart from this coming? Some pretty bad news in Oklahoma sports. Men's basketball team season is pretty much done. Was it possible to make a splash in that tournament? Nah, I think it was, but you know, at the same time, we went up against Oklahoma State in the first round, and like any other Sooner fan, I took one look at Matt Pilgrim and I thought, ew. I mean, let's face it, Oklahoma State was the better team this year, and I'm man enough to admit that. I mean, you know, success comes in cycles, and after losing the #1 player in the country and a couple first-round draft picks, it was downhill sailing from there. But you know, we've had a lot of issues this season, and personally, you know, I'm glad it's over. We'll have a chance to come back and see what we can do next season. But even though that's bad, and even though it's our first losing season of basketball since 1980, which Cowboy TV, I don't know what you're crying about with your Texas Longhorns. I mean, come on, man, this is a little embarrassing. The videos gotta stop, man. But you know, I don't want to get involved in all the drama here in the TTC, so I'm just going to keep on moving along. Let me see here. Oh, that's right. Well, the good thing is the Sooner ladies are dancing. And we got the #3 seed, if I'm not mistaken, and we're going to be playing in Norman first time around. So, Sooner fans, make it out there. Support your Sooner ladies because they are dancing. And they deserve our support after all the hard work they've done. They dealt with injuries and everything just like everyone else. So, get out there and support them. But tomorrow's the first day of the NCAA men's basketball tournament, and even though Oklahoma's not playing in it, I think we can expect some really fantastic basketball. And I'm just going to go over the picks here. Joe Kuno and I went over our picks in the C3 show. We just recorded another episode, and that'll be coming on here soon. Hopefully one of us will make a video with the link to show you where that is. And I did some twittering during it, so I'll put the link up to the C3 show's Twitter page in the sidebar, so you guys go check it out. Gives you a little taste for what you can expect for this episode. So I'm just going to go over my quick picks at the moment. So out of Midwest, and this is Sooner Sun 2's picks here. Out of the Midwest, Kansas beats Lehigh, UNLV beats Northern Iowa, Michigan State beats New Mexico State, Maryland beats Houston, San Diego State upsets Tennessee, Georgetown beats Ohio, Oklahoma State beats Georgia Tech, and Ohio State beats UCSB. And then Kansas beats Northern Iowa, duh. Michigan State beats Maryland, Georgetown beats San Diego State, Oklahoma State beats Ohio State. Stay with me here. Then in the Sweet 16, Kansas will beat Michigan State because Michigan State is not as good a team as they were last year. And then Georgetown will finally end the Cowboy season. It will be Kansas versus Georgetown in the Elite Eight, with Kansas moving on to the Final Four out of the Midwest. Big surprise there. Syracuse beats Vermont. Florida State beats Gonzaga. Gonzaga fans, please enlighten me as to the correct pronunciation of your team. UTEP beats Butler, purely on offense. Vanderbilt beats Murray State. Come on. Minnesota beats Xavier. Pittsburgh beats Oakland. BYU beats Florida. Kansas State beats North Texas. Duh. Sorry. Then Syracuse will beat Florida State. Vanderbilt will beat UTEP. Pittsburgh will beat Minnesota. And Kansas State beats BYU. Goes on to the Sweet 16. And then Syracuse will beat Vanderbilt. And Kansas State will beat Pittsburgh. Kansas State moves on to the Elite Eight, but their season ends there as Syracuse goes on to the Final Four. Then let's move on to the South. Duke beats Pine Bluff. Louisville beats California. The Texas A&M Aggies beat the Utah State Aggies. Siena upsets Purdue. Stay with me on that. Notre Dame beats Old Dominion. Baylor beats Sam Houston. Richmond beats St. Mary's, and Villanova beats Robert Morris. But then in the next round, Duke beats Louisville. Texas A&M Aggies beats Siena. Baylor beats Notre Dame. Baylor. And then Villanova beats Richmond, but then, sorry, Aggies, Duke will end your season in the Sweet 16. They will go on to the Elite Eight along with Villanova, who will end the Bears season. But this is where I have gone against ESPN on this. But hey, Obama agrees with me on this one. Villanova beats Duke, and Villanova goes on to the Final Four. And then finally, out of the East, Kentucky beats East Tennessee, whatever. obviously. Texas Wake Forest. Which Texas team is going to show up? Well, I don't care which team shows up. I'm going with Wake Forest on this one. But even if I'm wrong, Texas or Wake Forest is not going to beat Kentucky. I'm sorry. They're not. Cornell, I'm going to pick to upset Temple. Wofford to upset Wisconsin. Go Wofford. I'm going to have Marquette beat Washington. New Mexico beat Montana. Missouri to beat Clemson. And West Virginia to beat Morgan State. I mean, come on. Next up, Kentucky is going to win and go on to the Sweet 16. Wofford is going to upset Cornell. Keep going, Wofford. Marquette beats New Mexico, and West Virginia beats Missouri. But sorry, Wofford, you can't go up against the wall. Kentucky goes on to the Elite Eight. West Virginia beats Marquette. They will go on to the Elite Eight, but Kansas will beat them to go on to the Final Four. So the Final Four is Kansas, Syracuse, and Kentucky, Villanova. And I have got Kansas, Kentucky in the national championship game, and by a score of 72-69, the Kansas Jayhawks are your national champions. So yeah, plenty of you might say, "Oh, Son 2, your picks are so predictable. All of the teams in your Final Four are #1 seeds except for one. That's dangerous." And if you're of that opinion, well, while I respect your opinion, they're my picks, so shut up. And I think we're going to see a pretty good showing from the Big 12 this year. So far, I've got, let me see here, 1, 2, 3. So far, I've got 5 Big 12 teams in the Sweet 16. And let me see here, 2 in the Elite 8. And, of course, the Big 12 team taking it all. So, we'll see what happens. But, guys, those are my picks. Let's see what you say. Hit me up there at the bottom. Also, in the link in the sidebar, you'll find links to my Twitter and my blog. So if you want to check those out, go ahead, sign up there, follow me. Maybe leave a comment on my blog if you like it. If you don't, maybe, no, maybe. Okay, well, whatever. I'm Son 2, and I'll be talking to you guys soon during the tournament. Peace out.